And we have Charizard versus Lost Box. The Charizard player is on the top, and the lower bottom of the screen is the Lost Box. So we start, draw 7, look for a basic Pokemon, place it on your bench in the active spot, and then it's time for the prize cards. 6 prize cards for each player. I believe Charizard is going first. Ooh, a Manaphy at the beginning. Okay, not bad. A Charmander hits the bench. 2 Charmanders. Not a bad setup for turn 1. And a pass. And a heavy ball is played. Look at the top. Look at the 6 prize cards. Find any basic Pokemon. Put it on your bench. Or put it in your hand. And shuffle the heavy ball back into the prize cards. And asking for a shuffle, but it's passed. And iron bundle has been taken. Flower selecting, draw 2 cards, put 1 in the lost zone, and 1 in hand. A prime catcher goes to the lost zone. Okay. Oh, I see. Because they needed the Colress's experiment. Draw 5 cards, put 2 cards into the lost box, 3 into your hand. And here we see 2 more cards hitting the lost zone. A Greninja on the floor. Concealed cards, discard 1 energy, draw 2 cards. Okay, Charizard player has a Roxanne in hand. It's not active until the opponent has taken 3 prize cards. A switch and another flower selecting. Draw 2 cards, put 1 in the lost zone. A nest ball is played. Look at your deck, get a basic Pokemon, put it onto your bench directly. And a Cramorant was chosen. Now the Cramorant's ability is that it can ignore all energy requirements if there are 4 cards in the lost zone. So far I see, yep, there are 4 cards in the lost zone. So the Cramorant's attack is active right now, which means the Manaphy might be in trouble. Yep. And it looks like, oh, Iron Bundle might force, oh no, it's not going to force Charmander on the active. And the Cramorant spits innocently for 110 damage, knocking out the Manaphy, takes 1 prize card. And now it's the Charizard player's turn. Draw for the turn. Okay, looks like it's a dead hand, not much to do, can't play Roxanne. Can attack this turn though, but it's not gonna do much. It's gonna be 40 damage, I believe. Yep, a 40 attack. Oh no, this is not good. There's no Manaphy on the bench for the Charizard player. Another Colress experiment. Draw 5 cards, put 2 cards in the lost zone, 3 in hand. Concealed cards before. Discard energy, draw 2 cards. And here's the Colress experiment. Draw 5, put 2 in the lost zone, 3 in the hand. Which should put the lost zone count up to 6. And that's an energy. And another Colress experiment. No, it's a Palpad. So now we have 6 card, a switch, which also heals 30 of a basic Pokemon. Another flower selecting. Now that's 7 cards in the lost zone, which activates Mirage Gate. And lost Super Rod, 3 energies back into the deck. And since there are 7 in the lost zone, use Mirage Gate. Take 2 energies of different types from the deck and attach it to any Pokemon as you like. Looks like it's going for Greninja. Okay. Now that Greninja, yeah, that's game. The Greninja's attack does 90 to 2 of your opponent's Pokemons. And since there's only 2 Pokemons on the opponent's board, That's game. There's no backup Pokemon. That was a Brick City. Okay, so I guess that's game one. We're going to game two. Yeah, that was brutal. I'm assuming the Charizard player is going to go second here. Yep, there it is. Usually Charizard players go second because they have the supporter to use. You can't use the supporter on turn one. Not like the Charizard player had any supporters. He had a Roxanne, which is not active. So I don't think going second would have helped in this game either. Lost Box player doesn't have a V-Star marker. Looks like there's no V-Star to be used. A V-Star power. And here we go. Draw 7 cards. Look for a basic Pokemon. Place it on the bench. Looks like Charizard going for the Charmander again. The 70 HP Charmander. Price cards have been placed. And I believe we're ready to go. The Lost Box player goes first. And a nest ball. Look at your deck for a basic Pokemon. Place it directly onto the bench. I'm guessing a Comfy or a Greninja. Looks like a Comfy has been eyed up. And meanwhile, a deck check. Look at what could possibly be priced. What's in the deck, what's available. And looks like a Comfy hits the bench. The deck has not been shuffled, probably because he's going back in. Yep, he's going back. Oh no, it's being shuffled right now. Offer to cut, and there's the cut. And we have an attach and retreat. For flower selecting, draw 2 cards, put 1 in the lost zone, 1 in the hand. And a lightning energy hits the lost box. And a pass. Not a good start, but it's alright. Looks like it's an Ultra Ball. Discard 2 cards, look for any Pokemon from your deck, and put it into your hand. A little bit of price checking on the Charizard side. Eyeing up at another Charmander. Didn't work out well last time, so I would suggest Lumineon. Now when a Lumineon is placed onto the bench from your hand, you can draw 1 supporter, and looks like it's Arwen this time. Now Arwen can look for 1 tool card and 1 item card from the deck. That's Forest Stone and a Buddy Buddy Puffin. So the Buddy Buddy Puffin looks for 2 Pokemons under 70 HP from the deck and places it onto the bench directly. And a Manaphy, smart, yeah, learned from the last time. A Manaphy and a Charmander, Forest Stone attached, activating the V-Star power. Draw any card from your deck, looks to be another Buddy Buddy Puffin. So we're going to see 2 more Pokemons hitting the bench. Looks like it's going to be a Dusclops and a Pidgey. Maybe not. There's a Pidgey definitely, and a little bit of price checking going on. Ooh, a Cleffa. Now Cleffa is a good, useful Pokemon. It's very tiny, 30 HP, but It's good if you have a dead hand. You can draw 7 cards, up to 7 cards. And looks like it's going to be an attach and retreat. Clefairy in the active position, and its attack is called Grasping Draw. Draw until you have 7 cards in your hand. Ooh, I see a rare candy. And the Colossus Expert has been played. Draw 5 cards, put 2 in the discard in the lost zone and 3 into the hand. Is debating what to discard here, very crucial. Another comfy goes to the, well, it's the first comfy that goes to the lost zone. But I suppose you already have 2 comfies on bench. You don't need a third one right now. So the lost count is up to 3 now. A Pokestop. Draw 3 cards. Discard anything that is not an item. Another heavy ball. Look at your prize cards. Find any basic Pokemon there. Put it into your hand. Replace it with the heavy ball. Ooh, a Greninja was prized. Yeah, would be a solid draw. Replace the card with the heavy ball. Ask for a shuffle. Pokestop has been played. Concealed cards on reading Greninja. Discard an energy, draw 2 cards. And now we have flower selecting. Draw 2 cards, put 1 in the lost zone, 1 in hand. A switch and another flower selecting. Discard 1, put 1 in hand. So the lost count is now up to 4, but after this flower selecting is going to be 5, which is not enough to activate the Mirage Gate. Palpad goes into the lost zone. And an attach and retreat. That's a tool card, is a skateboard. Okay, so now we have 7 cards in the lost zone. Yep. So Mirage Gate would be active. But I see a Manaphy on the bench, which protects the bench Pokemon from damage. So this Greninja would not be hitting the bench here. And it's a pass. Draw for turn. We have we have a rare candy evolution of Pidgey into Pidgeot. And Pidgeot has a very unique ability called Quick Search. Look at your deck for any card and put it into your hand. A Charizard is taken. You don't have to reveal it, but I guess in this case, doesn't matter. A rare candy evolution into Charizard. And Charizard's ability is you can draw 3 energy cards from your deck and attach it to your Pokemon in any way you like. So it looks like there's going to be 2 going on to Charizard EX. So we finally have a game this time. We see Charizard coming out and the 3rd energy onto the Charmander. And I believe that was an Iono. You shuffle your hand and put it at the bottom of the deck, and you draw as many cards as the opponent's prize cards. So here both the opponents have 6 prize cards, so each player draws 6 cards from the deck, from the top of the deck. Don't see very useful. I guess an Ultra Ball is useful. Discard 2 cards and take any Pokemon from your deck. I would say a Charmeleon, yeah. Evolve the Charmander into a Charmeleon. Decent start. Looks like Charizard is going. Retreat, free retreat, and it's a knock. Comfy comes to the front. So it has a tool called skateboard attached, which allows it to retreat for 1 energy less. Looks like a nest ball was played. Take any basic Pokemon from your deck and place it directly onto your bench. So there are 6 cards in the Lost Zone right now. A Hyper Bundle, the Iron Bundle is chosen. Now the ability of Iron Bundle is your opponent switches the active Pokemon with any of their basic Pokemon, with the bench Pokemon, while Iron Bundle then goes into the discard pile. A Colossus Experiment, draw 5 cards, place 2 in the Lost Zone, 3 into your hand. Looks like it's 2 Pokestops. So now the lost count is up to 9, which activates Mirage Gate. And Pheasantipity abilities is used. Flip the script, draw 3 cards if your opponent knocked out any of your Pokemons in the previous turn. And the flower selecting, draw 2 cards, 1 in the Lost Zone, 1 in hand. Now this Comfy has a free retreat because of the skateboard. A Roaring Moon comes onto the bench. Mirage Gate is active, so should be able to draw energy from the deck. Using Super Rod to put 3 energies back into the deck. And attaching by hand. And then a Mirage Gate for 2 energies of different kinds onto any Pokemon you like. Looks like this Charizard is in trouble. Roaring Moon as the attack Frenzied Gouging, where it can knock out any Pokemon and does 200 damage to itself. And that's a retreat into Roaring Moon. And we're going to go for a Frenzied Gouging, where the opponent Pokemon is knocked out, and in turn, the Roaring Moon places 200 damage counters on itself. Or 20 damage counters, I guess, which translates to 200 damage. The Charmeleon is still available. The opponent, the Lost Box player, is down to 4 prize cards, while the Charizard player is still on 5. The Charizard player seems to be taking his time, thinking, what is he, Isaiah Bradner here? That's a lot of cards in hand. Okay, so we're going for quick search. Look for any card from your deck and put it into your hand. Looks like a card was chosen. Looks like it's eyeing up an Arven or an Iono. Ionos are pretty devastating for Lost Box players because they pick the best cards using flower selecting and Colossus Experiment, which all then goes back to the bottom of the deck. But I need to see an attack here, otherwise the Gouging Fire is going to be in the active position with only 30 HP but still can do powerful attacks. And it is an Iono after all. So both players shuffle their hand and place it at the bottom of the deck and draw cards from the top as per the price cards. So the Charizard player is going to draw 5 and the Lost Box player is going to draw 4. There's a counter catcher which is not recommended here because there's nothing useful on the bench. An Ultra Ball is played, discarding 2 cards, drawing any Pokemon from the deck. Looks like it's going to be a Dusclops. Or a Duskull, sorry. A Duskull. Maybe trying to snipe a bench Pokemon in the future. And looks like it's a counter catcher into the Iron Bundle. And it was a pass. Okay, maybe there were not enough energies in the deck, I believe. Because the Charizard player does run only 5 fire energies. And we saw 2 of them being discarded on Charizard. And there's 1 currently on Charmeleon. So that's 3. Maybe the other 2 are prized. And the Colress experiment is played. Draw 5 cards, place 2 in the lost zone, 3 into your hand. Can't believe you can play a nest ball. I see 5 on the bench, or is there 4 on the bench? Yep, I guess. Yeah, there's only 4 Pokemon on the bench, so there is a bench spot available. A nest ball was played. Draw 1 basic Pokemon from your deck, place it out directly onto the bench. Attach and retreat. Looks like the Camarant is going to be in the active spot. Its ability should be unlocked. There's definitely more than 4 cards in the lost zone. And a Spit Innocently for the KO. Pidgeot comes into the active. A quick check on the discard pile to look for the energies. I guess it must be in the discard pile. There's a prime catcher in hand. I don't believe that's beneficial here. Could be used to bring the Fezandipity to the front, which is a 2 prizer, compared to the Cramorant, which is a single prizer. There's a Thornton, not very useful. I do think that's a Charizard in hand, so a Super Rod would be beneficial here to get the energies back. An R1 is played, draw 1 item card and 1 tool card. Yep, the energies was not there in the previous turn. So Iron Super Rod, 3 energies back into the deck. Place a Buddy Buddy Puffin. Another Charmander on the bench. The Charizard comes onto the bench. No, the quick search has not been used yet, so that was correct. Using Charizard's ability to draw energies from the deck onto your Pokemon any way you like. Seems like 1 goes on the Charizard, 1 on the Charmander. The Prime Catcher onto the Roaring Moon. And this Charmander does exactly 30 damage from its attack. A quick search. Trying to get rid of, I believe a collapsed stadium was taken, which means your bench is now reduced to 4 spots, and any fifth Pokemon is to be discarded. Or maybe not a collapsed stadium. We'll see. Oh, it's a Dusclops. Yep. The Dusclops, the Duskull evolved into Dusclops. And just for the knock, okay. Does 10 damage to itself. And the Charizard player takes 2 prize cards. Now the both are tied equal on 3 prize cards each. Festivities flip the script. Draw 3 cards if your Pokemon was knocked out in the previous turn. A Super Orb, 3 energies back into the deck. I'm assuming for another Mirage Gate. An Iron Hands hits the bench. A Mirage Gate onto the Iron Hands, I believe. Yep, 2 energies of different kinds. Oop, that's a Buddy Poffin, that's not energy. A water and a lightning energy has been attached. Another Mirage Gate played. Looks like this Iron Hands is fully powered up for Hamp You very much. And Prime Catcher to the Luminion for Amp You very much, which takes 3 prize cards. Because the Luminion is weak to electric type, which means 120 damage from the Amp You very much is enough to knock it out, taking 2 prize cards and an additional 3rd prize card for game.